Hi, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is an aspect and after returning annotation for an advice. What is an aspect? An aspect is a common feature that's typically scattered across methods or classes. I can give you an example like logging, security, auditing. So these are the examples for cross-cutting concerns. So I have done a very simple code for after returning advice. Before that, what are we trying to do? What is the goal of aspect oriented programming? Say this is my business class, okay, where all my business logic are available here, and this is one of my business method, and I want to log something, I want to trace something after this method. Okay, whenever this method is called and after the method is returned, I want to do something, I want to log something, but I don't want to put that code here. I want to put the logging code in a different class, and I want to inform the Spring framework to do the logging for me. That means I want to separate the logging code from my business logic. So that's the main goal for aspect oriented programming. I want to separate the concerns, cross-cutting concerns from my business logic. So how can I achieve that? I can achieve using aspect. Aspect is nothing but a Java class which is annotated with aspect annotation, and aspect will have collection of advices. Here I have only one advice, that advice called after returning, and this is called point cut expression. What is point cut expression? This expression, in this expression we are informing the Spring framework about when this advice should be called. I want to repeat this. Point cut expression means this is the target method, the business class method. I am informing the Spring framework when exactly this advice should be called, and this is my cross-cutting concern method. That means logging method or security or auditing. Okay, so I'm going to use after returning. That means after this method returns, I want to log something like this. Okay, and join point is nothing but the target method. The target method is nothing but this method. Okay, and I want to show you one more annotation, enable aspect J out of proxy. This annotation is very important, so that we are informing to the Spring framework to detect all the aspects in this application. Okay, we are just enabling the aspect oriented programming in my Spring application. So now I'm going to run. What it's going to do is it's going to create a proxy object. Proxy object, why do we need? Because it will have a wrapper method, then it will call my target method, then it will call my logging method. Though they are separated, Spring will create a wrapper method where it will be called together. Okay, let me show you by debugging so that you can understand. Okay, so I'm going to start the debugging now. Let me start so that Spring context XML file will be loaded, and this object, if you see, this is not a normal new hotel service IMPL object. This is a different object generated by the Spring framework. Okay, if you see here, we are having JDK dynamic AOP proxy. It's not a normal object that we usually create with new operator. It's a completely different one, and this is called as wrapper method. So when I call this method, it will go here. Okay, it comes to our target method, that means a business logic method, then it goes to my logging, that is aspect advice method. This is the advice method. Okay, as I said, we had a proxy object. Spring created a wrapper method, and it called the target method, my business method, then it is calling the aspect advice. Okay, so this is how we are able to achieve, we are able to separate the separation of the cross-cutting concerns from the business layer. So I want something to be logged after I call this method. I am able to do it using aspect, and we have used after returning annotation. This is from the aspect aspect J library. So just now I've told you the proxy object and the way it is calling the business method as well as the aspect advice. Hope this video is useful. Thank you and all the best.